Tucker Carlson is playing, or is doing a little damage control, I should say, and trying to backpedal on his anti-Trump remarks privately. So, of course, the Dominion lawsuit revealed private text messages of Tucker Carlson and other Fox News hosts, revealing what we knew or suspected, but this very much verified it, that while on air, they are pushing bonkers narratives and pretending to think Trump is the smartest, most incredible thing ever, and pushing the lie that the election was stolen. Privately, they don't believe those things. And these text messages that were revealed through this defamation lawsuit, where Tucker Carlson privately is saying Trump's a destroyer, he's a demonic force, that Tucker, quote, "I hate him passionately," was the quote on the part of Tucker talking about Trump, but then going on air and making that fact very much not known, saying the exact opposite things. And now he's having to answer for that. He was on Bo Snerdley's show on WABC radio and got asked about it, and watch the way he tries to wiggle his way out of this one.
I've had a number of people saying they read all these things in the paper, you hate Trump, blah, blah, blah. But they say, does Tucker like Trump's policies, any policies of his? What's the deal with you and Donald Trump?
Let's see.
Because that was kind of muffled and his face is on screen, that wasn't as bad as normal, the laugh. But just imagine what the face looked like. We've all experienced that dramatic experience.
I spent 4 years defending his policies, and I'm going to defend them again tonight. And actually, and I'm pretty straightforward,
Sorry, I hate to be pausing so much. But him saying, I defended Trump's policies for 4 years and I'm about to defend them again tonight. Yeah, that's the point, that you defend them on air as you're going to do tonight and you don't believe behind the scenes. That's not an answer to the question. You're just saying that one of the parts of the story that we already knew is true and you're still going to lie on air. Okay.
I love Trump, like as a person. I think Trump is funny and insightful. And I said this to Trump when he called me, all wounded about those texts. That was a moment in time where I was absolutely infuriated. And I think this is and those were all grabbed completely illegitimately, in my opinion, in this court case, which I guess I'm not allowed to talk about, but I'm enraged that my private texts were pulled. But those particular texts were pulled at the moment where I was texting with one of my producers because some idiot on the Trump campaign had sent us the name of these dead voters who had voted, and we went and I repeated them on air, and it turns out some of them were alive.
Both of his main points here have been devastating for him. The first being, hey, no, I'm not two-faced and dishonest because I'm about to go say the stuff on air that I don't actually believe. What? And then the second point, hey, you remember that time when the Trump administration or members of the Trump administration just gave me names of voters who were supposed to be dead and then they weren't, and I repeated them on air just without verifying it before going on air and repeating these dangerous claims that were designed to make people not believe in the legitimacy of our democracy? That was humiliating for me because I don't have enough character to actually make sure the garbage that's being fed to me isn't indeed garbage. If you remember this segment that was done, he was just wrong and people were alive.
So I felt humiliated. Yeah, like what? And I thought then, and I think now, that election was not on the level. It was not a free and fair election. I thought that then, I think it now. And so I was I wanted, evidence. I mean, there's no way the guy got 80.
Did you hear that? I'm sorry. All these points are devastating. He's admitting. He's going, I thought then and I think now it wasn't fair. And I'll get to his reasoning in a second. And so I was he didn't say this wording, but he's justifying why he repeated those dead voters. Dead, they weren't, but names on air who were supposed to have voted and been fraudulent and all that. And he's justifying it by saying, I just really thought the election was stolen. I wanted evidence for it. Yeah. That's what we're saying. That there wasn't evidence, but you wanted evidence because you just thought it and you just wanted to believe it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now listen to his other explanation for why he believes the election was stolen.
Wanted, evidence. I mean, there's no way the guy got 81. He got more votes than Barack Obama. Really? Whoever you think of Obama, I never liked Obama, but he's a really talented, a very talented politician. And Joe Biden is senile and hid in his basement. Tell me how he got 81 million votes. So I've always thought that was not on the level. And so I said to the Trump people, you're saying the election was rigged. Send me some.
Okay. Then he goes on to explain. So he was so mad that he got humiliated. So that's why he said the stuff. And fascinatingly enough, I actually care less about that drama of him trying to get back in the good graces now of MAGA than him just perfectly exemplifying the exact issue we've been pointing out. You just don't think it feels right for Biden to have won. How could he have gotten 81 million votes? Oh, maybe one of the most divisive and historically unpopular presidents was in the White House at that particular time during a crisis that he mishandled. So a lot of people wanted the alternative. And the thing is, as we talked about previously with the Carrie Lake segment, the fifis being hurt, just because your fifis don't feel right doesn't mean there was the greatest conspiracy theory to steal an election within the most powerful country in the world in the history of whatever. You actually have to have evidence to believe those things. Just thinking, how is it that Barack Obama got less votes than Joe Biden? In two completely different political situations, times, and spaces. That's not right. So there must have been, again, one of the best and most well-coordinated conspiracy theories to steal an election in human history. No, facts matter, Tucker, not just your thoughts or your feelings. And that being just perfectly explained by him almost is pretty stunning and despicable to see. Once again, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Even if you think you are, you go, oh, I watch his videos, I must be subscribed. Just check. It's worth it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the extra bonus show on Saturdays, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. Link in the description.